Hello everybody, welcome back. I'm Urvashi and today in this video I'm going to be talking about planets in the 10th house. But before I start, I hope all of you are doing fine, all of you safe, staying home and not venturing out too much. I'm making this video after a big gap. It's because the entire routine has changed due to the lockdown in India, and in fact it's almost midnight right now that I've got some time to sit and do some recording. So I hope all of you also staying busy, staying home, staying positive, because things will pass, things will settle. But for now I'm talking about planets in the 10th house. So let's see, what is the 10th house? We always see the 10th house for career. In Vedic astrology, the 10th house is also called Karam Sthan. The 10th house in the zodiac is the highest house in the zodiac belt. It's the most visible part of the zodiac, and so that is why we call it Karam Sthan, because it's your karmas, your action, which are the most visible to the entire world. So it's not just career, it's every action that you take. It's your entire action, behavior, the way you project yourself to the outer world, the way you act, the way you behave, the energies you depict would be seen from the planets in the 10th house. So yes, you can also relate it to career, because career is also part of our karma, also part of our actions, our behavior. What we do daily makes an entire our professions make an integral part of our lives. So the 10th house planets can also be seen for career. But it's not just the planet posited in the 10th house that will be seen for the career. There's going to be a lot more. There's going to be the Lord of the 10th house. There's going to be the D10 chart, the D3 chart. So a lot has to be seen. But in this video, I'm specifically talking about planets that are in the 10th house and the results that you will feel. So let's talk about the sun. So what is the sun? If the sun is in the 10th house, the luminaries. So your 10th house is bright and shiny, high up in the sky, and now you have it even more brightly lit by the sun. So one thing is for sure, if you have the sun in the 10th house, then nothing is going to be hidden. Every decision you make, every action you do is going to be seen very brightly, very widely by the whole world. So you cannot hide things. There will be difficulties in hiding secrets. Ambitions will be high. You would want to be number one. You would not accept a number 2 position. It will be hard for you to play second fiddle to somebody. And so for people who have sun in the 10th house, it's difficult for them to be employed under someone. Self-employment is the best option. Confidence level is quite high. The go-getter attitude is there. They aim high. They aim for the top positions. And they usually have the drive to go for those top positions. So there are lots of examples. President Donald Trump, Bill Clinton, all have sun in the 10th house. So such people can be authority figures in the government, in even the corporate sector. They could be people at the top of affairs, in the top of all the important verticals. So they would have natural leadership ability, a stamina for hard work, a burning desire to be recognized, very charismatic personalities, and they would naturally get the respect of other people. People would naturally respect them, would be attracted to them, and they would hate to be in somebody else's shadow. They would not want to have a boss over them. That is going to frustrate them. And for them it is very important to be working towards a goal. They have big goals and they believe in themselves, and it's like I said, it's best if they are self-employed. There are certain fields that I will just discuss that would be good for people who have sun in the 10th house. Would be government, positions with the government, medicine, financial management, food, and there can be lots of other possibilities as well. I've just touched a couple of them, but basically these people, sun gets directional strength in the 10th house. They know their aims, they know their goals, they are go-getters, they have the stamina, They have the willpower to go after their dreams, and they aim big, and they don't want to play. Like I said, they don't want to be number 2 in anything. They hate being number 2. They want to be number 1. The sun is there. The king of the zodiac is sitting in the 10th house. They want to be like the king of the world. So that is for the sun. Now I'm talking about moon. So the moon is the natural significator of the mind, of the heart, in fact. So if you have the moon in the 10th house, it's almost like having your heart in the 10th house. So for these people, the public life, because the 10th house is your public life, your status, your position, your image. The public life could be more important than even their personal life. They would easily be able to emotionally connect with people in the public. They can easily share their emotions with people on a public forum. They can connect with people at an emotional level. So having professions related to public at large would really come easy to them. They're the kinds, they're like the life of a party. They know how to connect with people, they know how to talk, they know how to interact, they know how to share. They're emotional, they can connect at that level. They can make great advertisers, they can make great writers, because they would know how to emotionally connect with somebody. They would know what would emotionally hit somebody. So they would they would have the right choice of words. So in advertisements, writing those jingles or giving those taglines which would emotionally connect with other people, or writing the story for a movie, or even acting where they know how to emotionally project themselves. So it's all about emotions. So all those fields where an emotional connect is important with other people are good fields for them. But even otherwise, the food industry, the dairy industry, working with water, milk, liquor, nurturing, hospitality, hospitals, all those professions, food, restaurants, and like I said, advertising, working for working in a political minister's office, writing slogans, writing his writing speeches for somebody, because they know the right use of words that would emotionally connect with the public at large. So these are some of the important fields for people who have moon in the 10th house, and for them it is very important to work, because their heart is in their work. Their heart is not at home, their heart is in their work. And if you keep these people cooped up at home, just cleaning and doing basic chores at home, they will get very frustrated, because they need to connect. They need to connect to other people, and they need to have a lot of friends, and they usually do have a lot of friends. They connect easily to people, and they need to have a career that gives them emotional stability. Their career decisions could be based on emotions. They would feel very affected by negative feedback. They would be very hurt, because for them it's all about feelings. They would emotionally be able to mobilize others, stimulate others, and they would themselves get emotionally affected by people in their work environment or people in general. They could work for humanity at large. They would, because they're so empathetic, they would want to work for others, help others. They're humane. Mahatma Gandhi had this position. He had his moon in the 10th house, so he could mobilize the entire country to work towards one goal without any firearms, without a war, without firearms, without any aggression, without fighting. It was just by that emotional connect that he had, that the way he could project himself and connect to people emotionally, that he managed to get the entire nation work towards freedom without any aggression and fighting. Now let's talk about Mars. If you have Mars in the 10th house, so Mars is your energy and aggression. So it means your energy and aggression are all focused in your career. And such people are go-getters. Such people are fighters. Such people love challenges. They love risks. They love fighting. and there's no stopping them. The chances of success are very high for people that have Mars in the 10th house. It's not easy for them, for their subordinates or for their co-workers, because these people are fast. They make fast decisions, they take risks, they take challenges, and so sometimes they tend to get impatient with their co-workers if the co-workers are not so fast. So they tend not to make very good friends in the office, because they tend to get impatient with their colleagues and their team, because they want everything in a hurry and they want to achieve, and they get aggressive and they want to push and they want to be bossy. So they don't make great bosses. They are too pushy, they are a bit dominating. Working under somebody would make them come across as too pushy, dominating. They would even try and dominate their boss. They would get aggressive. So it is very important for these people to get a free hand, to get some space. Then these people can really rise high. Otherwise they don't make really good relationships in the team with the subordinates or with the seniors, and because of the lack of patience and the huge aggression and the will to achieve. So but for achieving success, for hard work, for willpower, the go-getter attitude, for taking challenges, for taking risks, this is one of the best placements. So but they need a free environment, they need space, and then these people can really achieve great heights. So and you cannot have them work at a desk job. That makes them very frustrated. They need to be out on the field, they need to be active. So professions related to the army, military, police, weapons, technicians, people who work with fire, who have those industries which have a lot of fire in them, laborers who are constructing the road, do very well with people who have Mars in the 10th house. But there could be many other professions as well, but it's generally the energy I want to talk about here. So it's a lack of patience, overly hasty decisions, or they can be quarrelsome, they can be very argumentative. It's good for worldly progress, but for relationships this can be a difficult position, especially relationships at the career front in the office. So now I'm going to be talking about Mercury. So if you have Mercury in the 10th house, now Mercury is your intellect, your analytical abilities. This person can be very analytical where decision making is concerned, can be very unemotional. So Mercury is the intellect, it has nothing to do with emotions. So it's all about what is best for me. So this person can be very analytical, unemotional, unbiased, intelligent, and there would be a lot of analysis about his future plans, future goals, and about all the decisions he's making. And the career should be about anything related to communication. This person will do very well. So banking, because Mercury is also money, banking, writing, financial sector, astrologers, booksellers, bookbinders, teachers, editors, CAs, journalists, media, trade, even science, scientists. So but these people get bored. So the flip side of Mercury is a very fast changing planet. So if they get bored, then they can get restless, and if they get restless, then this can really hamper their career, and they change a lot of professions. So is the same case with Moon as well. People who have Moon in the 10th house also have a lot of career changes. People who have Mercury in the 10th house also have a few career changes. They have the ability to have more than one business at the same time, or they could be having a job and they could be simultaneously into some kind of business. These are that kind of people. Most people who have Mercury in the 10th house would tend to have income from more than one source. And communication and networking abilities is their really good quality. Them, it is very important to be heard, to be recognized as somebody who is very bright and who is capable and who is very intelligent. So routine and monotony, because Mercury is the prince, so monotony and routine is something that they do not accept, and they want change, they get bored. So it's very important to keep giving them new challenges, new jobs that keeps them mentally, intellectually very busy. That way they stay focused. So now I'm going to be talking about Venus. So if Venus is in the 10th house, now Venus is all about grace and beauty and art and looking good. So Venus in the 10th house, could take you to a career towards fashion, glamour, a poet, a musician, towards the media, garments, creativity, even flowers, floriculture, perfumes, broadcasting, communication, automobile industry, advertising, fashion, etc. Basically, Venus is all about harmony, beauty, creativity. So these people would tend to generally in the public come across as very attractive people, pleasant people. They would appeal to the public very naturally. Their communication is very important. They should use their communication in some way in their profession to grow in life, and they would come across as very attractive to people. People would tend to like them. So professions where there is dealing with the masses at a large scale, this could, like I said, could be the glamour industry, but it could be any other profession also where beauty is very important. For them it is very important to have a nice environment, to wear nice clothes, and if they are in a profession where they need to wear some very boring or dull clothes, they would not like it, they would not enjoy it at all. For them, profession is all about beauty, harmony, looking good, coming across as good, coming across as tactful and diplomatic. So anywhere where there has to be harmony. It could also be managing an office, any kind of management, any kind of a place where they need to manage the affairs and bring in harmony is their expertise. Bring in beauty, bring in art, bring in harmony, bring in peace, negotiation. So that is their strength. They know how to say the right thing at the right time. They know how to project themselves, and a lot of people who do not know them very well would consider them more intelligent, more attractive than they may actually be, because they know how to project themselves. So they really know how to project themselves, and they want a good environment, and they like working with beauty. And whatever their field may be, if they bring out beauty and harmony and art, they will excel, because people would naturally connect with that, and they usually tend to bring out these things in their fields. Public speaking is important for them. Social skills, if they use their social skills, public speaking. And sometimes if these people don't have a profession, because Venus is also your partner, your spouse, so they can make their spouse's ambition as their own ambition as well. I'm going to be talking about Saturn. Now Saturn is people who are in management jobs, working in the coal industry, transport, agriculture, iron, scrap business, judges, laborers, businessmen, industrialists, servicemen. It's a huge field really, but the basic quality is these people come across as serious people, hardworking, serious, dedicated. And for them, the motto to achieve success should be slow and steady wins the race, because that is the only way they win the race. They're very hardworking, very dedicated, and as the situation gets tougher, they go to working even harder, so much so that they sacrifice a lot for achieving that success. For them it is very important. Saturn has come to its natural 10th house, its own house, sign of Capricorn. So for them it is very important to achieve that success. They want to have a perfect career. They want recognition. For them it is very important to be recognized, for people to look up to them, to look up to their achievements and see somebody who has achieved in life. They want perfection everywhere. They want a perfect career. They want a perfect appearance. They want to look perfect, very well groomed. They want a perfect family. They want a perfect everything, and they want to be recognized as somebody who has achieved success in life, and they work very hard for it, and they do not achieve it easily. They achieve it with a lot of hard work, with a lot of sacrifice. Sometimes they even sacrifice their family life, their personal life for achievement of that success. And if for some reason they are not able to, they feel they will not be able to achieve that success, then they can completely give up, completely let go. And so this can have very, very negative repercussions for them. They can go into extreme depression as well. So Saturn here is great for success. It makes somebody very, very hardworking, dedicated. If you are to keep an employee, the best person you can look for is a Saturn in the 10th house. So the person is very responsible, and so it's like, if you're looking at a line of ants and they are carrying food from one point to the other, so it's almost like all those ants have Saturn in the 10th house. So they will carry that little bit of food from one point to the other, and they will go back and they will continuously do it. They'll do it for a very, very long time. And so that is somebody who has Saturn in the 10th house. Hardworking, responsible, and dedicated, with a lot of continuity. Come across as serious people, drive, fatherly, and they have a lot of stamina. They are steady and determined. Yes, they will get a lot of delays. There will be a lot of responsibility. They will feel almost as if they have the responsibility of the entire world on their shoulders. But they will get authority. And for the sake of progress, they may have to sacrifice a lot. So if you have Jupiter in the 10th house, now Jupiter is one of the biggest benefics. Jupiter is the most optimistic planet. No other planet considers Jupiter an enemy. Jupiter is the planet for joy and happiness. And so if you have this optimistic planet, the planet for luck in the 10th house, for one, especially if it is in good dignity, and if the 10th lord is also placed well, and if the ascendant is also strong, such person will have, by luck, they will have good career opportunities come their way. Good career opportunities will come their way, and they will be able to recognize such opportunities as well. Good career opportunities may come in the way of other people as well, but sometimes people don't recognize these people, because Jupiter is the karaka for wisdom. So they will tend to recognize such opportunities, they will tend to grab such opportunities, they will be very optimistic, very hopeful. Wisdom, Jupiter is wisdom. So wisdom has come in the house of profession. Optimism, luck factor, positivity. No other planet considers Jupiter the enemy. So imagine the energy they give out to the public at large will make them very, very attractive. They will not need to pretend to be somebody. Their natural personality would be positive. People would be attracted to them, and they would project a lot of wisdom into their work, and over a period of time they will learn a lot. They will also gain in wisdom, worldly wisdom. Careers that are related to education, to language, cultures, various cultures, financial industry, writing, speaking, traveling, education, law. These are some of the good lines for them. So these people are very, they have a great sense of responsibility. They are far-sighted. Their planning is great, because of which they achieve success. They create and they seize opportunities. They have a very, very broad perspective. They have a very broad philosophy in life, and they are very, very far-sighted. They can practically see the problems that will come, and they have a great vision. So they are visionaries, people who can see something where there is nothing, and then build it, bring it to that level. You have a lot of celebrities who have Jupiter in the 10th house. So from zero to a hero is somebody that can have a Jupiter, that may have a Jupiter in the 10th house, because they are optimistic, they are far-sighted, they will create opportunities, they will see opportunities come their way, they have good leadership skills. Sometimes they can become a little arrogant and have a sense of superiority as well. So Jupiter is the natural planet for knowledge and wisdom and philosophy. So, and they have this broad vision, they are far-sighted, they are able to see what could come out of what, and they are optimistic enough to put in their best efforts. They are wise to take advice where needed, and they are likable, exude really positive vibrations from them, because the 10th house is how you are in the public, your status, your position. So people tend to like them, and so they gain success in life quite easily. So such people usually have a streak of luck with them where success is concerned. Now I'm going to be talking about Rahu. So Rahu is the planet for growth. Rahu is a very materialistic planet. Rahu wants everything, and Rahu wants it now. So in the 10th house, Rahu wants the topmost positions, the topmost materialistic positions and recognition, and he wants it quickly. Rahu can do great in politics. So Rahu, people can get into politics, be engineers, especially electrical engineers and scientists, media, entertainment, software. These people are full of ideas. They know how to manipulate situations and things. So they have a very dynamic approach where the career is concerned. Rahu shows foreigners. So these people can either be working with foreigners, or they could have people of different cultures working in the office or for them. These people would want a lot of recognition and visibility, so they normally go into profession where there is a lot of visibility and people see them, especially if Rahu is well posited, if it is in the sign of Gemini or Virgo or Aquarius. They are great at networking, so their careers should be related to influencing the masses. So because they are intelligent, they are hardworking, and they are bold where their public image is concerned. So they know how to influence the public. That is why a lot of politicians would have Rahu in the 10th house. But they could also have hidden enemies. There could also be instabilities. They may travel a lot. They are very learned, adventurous. There are some other professions like magicians, healers, researchers. That is because they like breaking traditions. Rahu is all about breaking traditions and taboo. So any profession, like a magician, like a researcher, like a spy, that is Rahu. So and even film stars, even a photographer, because anything where there is illusion. Because normally nowadays we have all these apps, all these applications where you tend to take pictures and suddenly you look like somebody else. This is all Rahu. Wherever there is any kind of illusion, movies have a lot of illusions, so all that is Rahu. So there are lots of other professions as well, but the general thing is these people know how to mobilize a crowd. They want recognition and visibility, and they fight for that. They have a lot of ideas. They have a knack to manipulate situations, and they do very well. So if Rahu is well placed in the 10th house, it's one of the best positions. So now if you have Ketu in the 10th house, so Ketu in the 10th house, Ketu shows very unusual professions. So it can be the chemical industry, glass industry, research work, again a spy, and somebody who has a religious and spiritual bent of mind. So a lot of religious and spiritual leaders would have this position. It makes them very, very bold. But this position may sometimes lack positivity. So there may be a lack of positivity. For them, achieving knowledge, they have a lot of knowledge. Self-acquired knowledge is very important. Success in career is very important for them. Status, because Ketu gets directional strength here in the 10th house. So it's a good position if Ketu is well placed. But the professions will usually be unusual. Professions like a tarot reader, like a spy. So anything related to the sign of Scorpio, because Ketu naturally rules Scorpio. So research work, a scientist. So very unusual professions. But the flip side of Ketu in the 10th house is Ketu is a headless planet. So it can show a lot of wrong decisions and sudden decision making. So this could be very instinctive decision making, wrong decision making, sudden decisions. Very, very forceful action can be shown by Ketu in the 10th house. So for them, it is best to work with professions related to research work and offbeat professions, different professions. So that is all for now. we'll be seeing you soon in the next video. Take care, stay at home, and spend some time with your family. We'll see you in the next video. Bye bye for now.